Again on with another video. Now today we go take a breakdown to the so-called John Lewis that you see on screen right here. So-called civil rights leader, so-called part of the civil rights movement from back in the 60s, so-called diet, 80 years old. And I'm going to break it down and show you. And most of them that they give you as top civil rights leader in America, they all go have a so-called mugshot. You see this right here? Wow. Just like you get with the Martin Luther King and all of them. You understand? Rosa Parks. All of them have this right here. Even Jesse Jackson. You got to ask yourself, or you get to commit a crime that you have a mugshot and then become so-called big in America as a congressman or something like that. Of course, it's a hoax. 100%. These are the ones they give you for you to worship in this satanic world. 100%. And call them heroes. Run it.
Good evening. I'm Ty Hernandez at ABC News headquarters in New York. We interrupt regular programming to bring you breaking news. Congressman John Lewis has
done. By the way, just in case you don't know, John Lewis is 3 6s in numerology for the mark of the beast. And I told you this is a faker right here. 100% put on by the government. They're the one who give you your damn heroes. Don't take no heroes that they give you. What's wrong, people?
A hero of the civil rights movement. John Lewis stood shoulder to shoulder with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. fighting for equal rights.
And what you think, people, with him so-called fighting shoulder to shoulder with Martin Luther King, and most people with brain already know Martin Luther King is a paid puppet by the government, and of course fake death. They pull him off the scene to start the race war. This is how they do it right here.
He became a longtime congressman from Georgia, often referred.
How the hell he become a congressman, people? You tell me with a mugshot. I already told you, you can't commit a crime and end up, you can't even get a job with a felony and you can get to be a congressman. It's a damn joke, people. 100%. The same thing they give you with Jesse Jackson, and then he running for president. And you still buy it.
To as the conscience of the House.
There he is, people. This ugly bastard is a faker. 100% in. Don't trust them.
Late last year, Lewis announced he was undergoing treatment for stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
There you go. Of course, pancreatic cancer, that's what he got, stage 4. Nothing but fakery. Just like the Joe Biden so-called son died from. All of them is fakers. 100%. They don't have no cancer. They're just playing with the masses. Act like they're going to the same thing as you. They're fake.
In his statement announcing his illness, Lewis said, "I have been in some kind of fight for freedom, equality, basic human rights for nearly my entire life." Wow. He went on to say,
he's a liar, people. Don't trust them for his entire life. Who is he so-called fighting for? Nothing but for the division. That's all he fighting for. The division of mankind. That's why they're there. What you think, people? How you think he on? Because he black and get beaten by the police? That's why he become a congressman. That's the dumbest shit in the world. Just wake your ass up.
I've never faced a fight quite like the one I have now. ABC News' Byron Pitts looks back at the iconic life of John Lewis.
Iconic? You hear what they call him? Iconic. Wow, the eyes for the devil, people. And of course, he's a damn con artist and the people.
John Robert Lewis didn't simply witness.
His middle name is Robert, which also is 33.
History. He shaped it, marched for it, bled for it. Not once, not twice, but every time he was called upon. As Lewis liked to put it, by just getting in the way.
Keep marching, keep sitting in, keep standing in, keep protesting. And to the...
There you go, people. This is what they preach every fucking day. Keep protesting. And if you notice what's going on now, people, protest over every damn thing. Wow. This is a damn joke right here. The uprising of the people is part of them destroying the world.
Like in the walls of segregation come tumbling down.
A sharecropper's son born in Troy, Alabama, 1940.
Of course, he born in Alabama. I told you, most of them gonna so-called come from Alabama and Mississippi. All hoaxes they run on the masses.
When segregation was law, Jim Crow, the enforcer.
Here we go, Jim Crow, the enforcer.
The Montgomery bus boycott drew the attention of one teenager, and soon civil rights would become John Lewis's life work.
There you go, people. Post up with the Coca-Cola right there. The devil called in CC for 33, the poison for the masses.
And it nearly killed him. As a student at Fisk University, Lewis graduated from lunch counter sit-ins and bus boycotts to freedom writer, as would become his habit. where John Lewis...
Wow. It's just a hoax, people. Don't trust them. Once you see involved Martin Luther King, it's another puppet. What's wrong, people, with the fake shit on their head? Say the police beat him. You can't believe them, people. They're all liars. This is how they pull on your heartstring and sell your soul to the devil by going with these people. That's what it is.
Put his heart, his head followed. That's him, bruised, bandaged, after he and other riders...
Bruised and bandaged. There you go, people. You believe this? I told you, when we're growing up and we got a crack head or a crack skull, like this right here, they have to shave off the whole area right there before they can put the plaster in. This is a fake shit. Don't trust them. What's wrong? Come on.
Were beaten, shedding blood and standing up when others could not or would not.
Wow.
That became Lewis's calling card.
People is stupid. They believe that this is real. Wow, they put the plaster on the air and you believe that it's real, people? Come on. This is dumb shit for the dumb masses. They all fake. Everything they give you is lies. All lies to make up the character and make you a hero.
We must cry, and we all must cry together that we want our freedom, and we want it now.
Wow, freedom. Wow, I told you already, people. Freedom mean if you want your freedom or you think you're free, you're dumb. What kind of freedom you're gonna have in this world? You don't free to just fly. You don't free to just go anywhere. You don't free to go in the water. That's what you need to know, people. What do you mean free? You see the virus shit that they got on you, that fake virus? Right now they tell you what you can do, what you can and what you can't do, where you can and where you can't go. Wow, when you can leave your home, and you're still talking about freedom and you think it only got something to do with black people? Everybody's in mental slavery in this earth. That's what you need to know.
By 1963, at the age of 23, alongside
1963, coding, and I told you his name come out to be 3 6s in numerology. Wow, and he's 23 right there again, all coding.
Martin Luther King Jr. He was dubbed one of the big 6 leaders of the civil rights movement.
Bam, the big 6. What do you think, people? All puppets. And of course, it's the big 6.
Who helped plan the historic March on Washington.
Yeah, they planned the historic march on Washington, and anything historic was made up, all scripted and performed by these stage performers. That's what they are. They are performing on the masses right now.
Let us not forget that we are involved in a series.
I'm going to ask you again, people, who is these media mics lined up right here for this guy? Who is it? Is some black media? It's the same media, people. The same medias. What's wrong with you? It's government work right here in plain sight. It's just the dumb people can't see it. Once you got a ounce of brain, you see right to it.
Social revolution.
And on a high bridge in Selma, one of the...
And don't worry about it, people. This high bridge that's so-called in Selma, they said, yes, they say it's a Ku Klux Klan man name on it, or his name off a Ku Klux Klan, and his name gonna be on it, the so-called John Lewis. They're gonna try, and they already get over 400,000 signatures for him to be right here. What you think? Devil puppet. They're gonna give him a statue also in Washington like Martin Luther King and Albert Pipe. Come on.
Low moments of the entire civil rights movement. There out front, John Lewis. 600 peaceful protesters crossed
600, all called in.
Edmund Pettus Bridge into the
All
harsh...
bullshit. 100%. And of course they gotta capture it on camera. It's just a hoax, people. Government shit for the dumb masses. This is how they separate you in sections without you knowing. Right here.
It would be known as Bloody Sunday.
Of course, they got a good name for it. Bloody Sunday. You think it's a coincidence it happened on Sunday? Come on, people. Bloody Sunday.
It's unleashed by Alabama state troopers. Lewis, struck in the head, suffered a fractured skull.
There you go, people. A fractured skull. That's why they put that big piece of white tape on his hair. You believe it? Wow. Come on.
I was the first one to catch the blow.
John Lewis was elected to Congress in November of 1980.
And I'm telling you, people, I don't understand. They got another one that died before, maybe about 2 years ago. I did a video on it. And they basically look the same, like an ugly ass baby. That's what they look like. They look like they got no hair on the face smooth as hell, just look like a ugly baby that you would see in a damn horror movie. Bam on.
He served as U.S. representative of Georgia's 5th Congressional District, where he continued to get into what he called...
You see the sign on his hand? A lot of people just dumb, but you can't fool the bam. That's the 3 6s on the hand sign. The same one Donald Trump keep flashing on you. And you don't understand they all work for the same people. Why you can't understand? Signs and symbols rule the world. And because the people with less brain cell, they don't look for that. They don't look for signs and symbols and also the number coding. That's very important to the elite people. That's how they get their message across. That's how they know who is who. You better wake your ass up.
Good trouble.
I got arrested 40 times.
Just a 100% faker. The people just fall for it. They pull on your heartstring, have you caught up in your so-called color and race, and then they give you a fake hero and you buy it. That means you're dumb. There's no other way around it. You understand? If I believe in these people, I would gladly tell the people right here that I'm stupid. And I was dumb before. That's what you need to know. Dumb as a box of rocks. I used to believe in these people just the same. And of course, the wake-up call is right now.
I'm still in the 60s. And since I've been in Congress another 5 times...
Lewis was awarded the president...
Bam! And there you go right there. You don't have to see nothing else. I don't tell you already. They make the hero just like Obama. Obama is an American hero also. First black president in America. What do you think? And there you go. He putting on the Freemason medal right there. The star is a star. Represent the fucking fallen angels. He putting it around his neck right there. Every one of them have it. You never understand. He put it around Joe Biden. He put it around all of them. You got to understand. Freemason achievement. He fooled the fucking masses. And this is the reward. You can never forget his name. That's what you need to know. If forever in history, there you go. They crown him as a Freemason puppet right there with the damn
Medal of Freedom, the country's highest civilian...
Medal of Freedom. Medal of Freedom. Freedom on.
Honor. February of 2011.
Generations from now,
There you go.
parents teach their children what is meant.
People, and they post up the eagle right there. Show you. It's fucking Freemasonry. Anywhere you see the eagles, the birds, they represent the Freemasonry. The same thing you see on the Navy, they are all controlled by the Freemasons.
By courage, the story of John Lewis will come to mind.
There you go. There you go.
An American who knew that change could not wait for some other person or some other time.
Yes, and of course he make a lot of changes happen. Do you see it? The people just dumb with these fake heroes. Which one of them ever make a change that help you out as a people? Just remember and tell me. Just put it in the comment. The one that the heroes that the government give you that actually save you or give you some good. Show me him. Let me know his name. Okay?
Whose life is a lesson in the fierce urgency of now.
In recent years, he was an outspoken critic of President Trump, skipping the president's
There you go.
inauguration first
There
day
you
of
go. That's what they about. Just like you would see Donald Trump in a red tie or a blue tie or even the mix. There you go. It's the same thing with him. They about the vision. Red and blue, the vision of the masses. That's what they do. What you think? Why you think he here? So-called black civil rights, part of the black civil rights movement. What you think? Wow.
Union address. He also took part in widespread protests against the president's zero-tolerance
There you go.
immigration policy.
There you go.
We
people.
are getting
There
in
you
good.
go, people. There you go. It's just for the divide and conquer. That's all it is. 100%. All of the shit that you see them referring, bringing up, and you see them coming out, oh yeah, he's a hero right here. What do you think? Just a hoax, people. It's just a hoax to make you a damn hero. And I told you already, they told you the Freemasonry. They told you you need a hero. Bam, we can give it to you. Fix him up nice, dress him up good, and fix him for your dumb ass. And of course, you're gonna program it.
Trevor, to set people free. I will go to the borders.
Look.
I get arrested again.
Lewis often reminded
You will go to the border and you will get arrested again. And this is where they say they're gonna put his name right there. You see that right there, people? All of them is put on by the damn peoples to brainwash the people. That's all you need to understand. The government people put them on. They about the brainwash. That's what they about. Division of the masses, the oldest trick in the book.
People to choose love over hate, courage over
They're
fear.
fake.
It doesn't matter whether we're black or white, Latino, Asian American, or Native.
So if it don't matter, why would you consider yourself a black civil rights leader? How would you do that? It's not about if you're black or white, but you're still pushing the damn racism on the damn people. Never get it.
It doesn't matter whether we're straight or
Freemason.
gay. We're one people. We're one family. We all live in the same house.
We all
Quite a
live in the
legacy.
same
That was
house.
ABC's Byron Pitts reporting, and Byron joins us now. Byron, how will John Lewis be remembered?
Yeah, watch this. How will you-
I think tonight John Lewis joins the League of Giants in American history.
You see that?
This is a man
There you
who
go.
was a part of history, who gave his all he had to it.
History that you see is 100% fake. The history that they sell you is a hoax, all built up to put on their characters, their Freemason characters. That's how they do it, people. They have to build you a fake, because remember, they're not real good peoples. So every fucking thing they give you is a hoax, just a front to make his character. That's what they do, people. Why you can't understand in this world of deception?
In the course of my career, I've interviewed presidents, warlords, dictators,
bullshit.
gangbangers. John Lewis was the toughest man I've ever known. He was also the gentlest man. He was someone in
Yes, he's the toughest man and the gentlest man. There you go right there. Look like a ugly baby. I already told you. So, of course.
Washington where it's hard to make friends. There are lots of people who did not like John Lewis's politics. But you won't find a person who didn't respect the man, and most people love the man. He, a lot of us, talk the talk. John Lewis talked it, walked it, lived it.
Yes, on the world stage. Never forget it. He talk it, live it on the world stage. Not in real life, people. It's time for you to wake up and separate the two. Bam.
Day became known as Bloody Sunday. He returned this past March to commemorate the 55th anniversary of the confrontation that helped define his legacy. One of the
Yes, there you go, people. He returned to the same site, and pay attention with this right here, because of course it's the same so-called movement that they plan to divide the people from back in the days. It's the same Black Lives Matter right now. It's the same division scheme, just with another name.
public images of Congressman Lewis. It is right here, standing in Black Lives Matter Plaza in
Yes.
Washington, D.C.
He's standing in the Black Lives Matter Plaza, as you could see him right there in the ugly mask. And I told you, he look like he wearing a mask. He don't have to wear this shit over his nose and his mouth. He look like a mask wearing faker.
The tributes pouring in for an American hero from Atlanta and
American hero.
across the country. John Lewis fighting the good fight to the very end. And ABC's Rachel Scott leads us off tonight.
Tonight, the
you
world
go,
honoring
people.
civil rights
There you
hero
go.
and Congressman John Lewis, passing away at the age of 80 after battling pancreatic cancer. He always said his philosophy was a simple one.
When you see something that is not right,
Take a look at him, people. When you see something that's not right, we call it out. Bam! Take a look at his clothing. Got the twin cross right there in red. You never get it, people. That's the devil people right there. And you have this purple looking cape on. You better wake your ass up.
not fair, not just. You have a moral obligation to say something, to do something. Stand up, speak out.
Before he
And guess what happened when you stand up and speak out? Bam, they ban you, just like they do the mag. So who is he really talking to? Stand up and speak up on what? This is how I'm showing you right here, people, that these people is fake. Why you can't pick it up? Look at the mag truth on YouTube. They say it's YouTube. That means people can take up their phone or their computer, put out some kind of content, put out what they feel. You feel what I'm saying? If it's something that you can actually go on and express yourself, how would you have a guideline, people? If it's freedom of speech in this world, why we need a guideline on YouTube? This guy right here full of shit. So we supposed to stand up and talk, stand up for what we believe in. And we stand up and say we don't believe in the coronavirus. It's a 100% hoax, and they take down the video. Why? So when this guy come out and tell you and pushing you to stand up for what you believe in and say what's on your mind, you can't do that for real. In real life, you can't. Unless you're one of the satanic puppet, they will feature you on all those satanic networks. You see that? So you're telling me that YouTube is not a part of them and they censor, they're censoring the people? If you say the things that they don't want to hear, they keep you down. And then if you push what they're pushing, they pump you up. Come on, people. This guy full of shit by just making that speech right there because he know there's no such thing as no freedom of speech. You can't express yourself else you'll get banned. Wow.
Off those marble halls of Congress, his blood stained the streets of Selma.
Yes, his
in
blood
2011.
stained the street. It's a faker. That's what you need to know. Then make it all up for the dumb folks. There you go. Build you some heroes and sell them to you. There you go with Martin Luther King and this John Lewis right here. Two fakers and the masses, and don't trust none of them from the civil rights movement. All of them is government workers. I'm gone.